exciting scenario for mobile productivity. But before I go there, there's some seats here still empty. Olivia, I'm not sure if we want to move people. People want to sit. There's at least two positions. Yeah, two seats are empty on this side. So in my introduction comments, I talked about the opportunity to package your corporate desktop on a USB drive and carry it with you wherever you go. So this feature within Windows 8 is called Windows to Go, and I'd like to show to you how that works. So what I have here is a Windows 7 laptop, an ultrabook that you can buy today. It's commercially available. To show Windows to Go, what I have to do first is put a USB drive in the PC and reboot the system. And what will happen here is that by rebooting, the internal hard drive will go offline in the device, and the system will only use the USB drive as their primary hard drive. And it's of course important that the internal hard drive goes offline, because what you want to avoid is any data leakage between the USB drive and the hard drive, and vice versa. So I'm now asked for a BitLocker password. You probably are aware with BitLocker as being the security and data encryption technology of Windows 7. We're carrying that technology forward in Windows 8 with some enhancements, and for example support of e-drives. And certainly for BitLocker to Go scenario, this is very important because, and remember, this thing is now my corporate desktop with all my apps and data. So you want to make sure that if you use this, that if it gets lost or stolen, that nobody can make a use of it. And now I have rebooted the device based on my USB drive, and you see that I'm running Windows 8 on the device. And it's the same image we just demonstrated to you on the tablet. In this case, the system knows that this is not a touch-based device, so it asks me for a password instead of a picture password. And I can log in, and you see that the start screen appears. So now I have all my apps as a business user, all my data available for me on a device that was originally a Windows 7 PC. Windows to Go doesn't only work on Windows 7, but also on Windows XP PCs, Windows Vista PCs, and in the future Windows 8. So just to show you the opportunities here, let me demonstrate it with a video. I will start an HD video here, and it shows the performance of the scenario. Because what you will see is that it's running now from my USB drive, but it doesn't show any glitches, and it runs very smooth. One of the most often asked questions when I show customers Windows to Go is, what happens if by accident the USB drive gets removed from the PC? Like this. And what you will see is that the video stops. Yes, it stops. It was buffered. It stops. And it gives me 60 seconds to put it back on. If I do it if it goes beyond the 60 seconds, the system will go offline. But what you will see is if I put it back in, the video runs smoothly from the moment that I took it out. The video is buffered, but will start in any second. The system will go offline, of course, after 60 seconds, and that's a security requirement. Because the scenario that you want to avoid is that one employee of an enterprise customer pulls the USB out from a shared PC and leaves any footprint of that secure corporate PC on that drive. When we talk about customers around Windows to Go, and I might have pulled out the USB on this device now, but we'll see in a second. When I talk with customers about opportunities of Windows to Go, there's a series of different applicable scenarios. And one is, of course, ultra-mobile scenarios, that you can give an employee your secure corporate PC in the form of a USB drive, and if he's traveling, he can use multiple devices, multiple PCs to work from there. Other scenarios is that enabling contractors, giving them a contractor that needs secure access, this Windows to Go, enabling people to work from home from their own devices, or give people the opportunity to bring their personal device into the enterprise. And a couple of weeks ago, I talked to a big accounting firm, and they thought this could be a great scenario for people that work remote. And if their PC would get lost or broken or is damaged, they would always have this backup scenario to make sure that they are productive. So Windows to Go is an exciting scenario, and it's, if you think about it, it will help, and it will give organizations opportunities for mobile productivity. We showed you Windows 8 as an opportunity for employees and business workers in organizations. And from the UI, how it can work with the tablets, how it can work with the laptop, but also exciting new mobile productivity scenarios. What we like to do is move on now and show you some of the enterprise-grade capabilities of Windows 8. That enterprises give the other side of being a no-compromise platform. And we like to start here with security. Windows 7 Windows 7 is the most secure operating system in the market today. But that we don't think that we should stop there. And this is something that is important for customers and something that we want to continue to invest in. So you will see that with Windows 8, we are making security investments on different areas. On the PC, on the connectivity from the PC or tablet to the network, and on the network itself. On the PC, we can think about technologies like BitLocker, that we are enhancing. I already talked about it. The boot process, with Trusted Boot, we are introducing a complete new boot process that makes it impossible for example, sector boot viruses and rootkit viruses to get between the operating system and the hardware. For connectivity, we are introducing virtual smart cards as a technology that makes it easier for customers to run multi-factor authentication within their organizations. And as an example of a technology to help customers improve their backend, we are now with Windows 8 Server and Windows 8, we are introducing dynamic access control. And dynamic access, what it does, is the opportunity for organizations to set other attributes on say, important data, on shared data, based on organizations, based on geographic locations, but also, for example, on the device that people are using to connect to shared resources. So to show you a little bit more of security, I'd like to ask Brett to show you how Trusted Boot works.